Hey everyone, my name is Juanita. I am in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and today I'm here to speak with you about transitioning into diversity, equity, and inclusion. I came up with this topic because I've received several messages about how to do this, so I figured I might as well write an article about it and post a video on it. So here we go. So there's two caveats. Number one, this is just my story. There's many versions of how to pivot into DEI, and so this is just, think of this as one version of many truths, and this just happens to be mine. And number two, I have a lot to say on this topic, so stay around for as long as you like. You can stay to the end or leave in the middle. Stay till the party's end, which is what I typically do. But just stay as long as you like, and this one's probably going to be a lot longer because I have so much to say. So here we go. Alrighty then. First is to ask yourself the question, what do you want? I cannot stress this enough, the importance of clarity. Do you even need to pivot? Could you maybe include DEI into what you're already doing? I think it's really important to be clear on what you want and really have like a real talk conversation with yourself, and to take a step back and reflect on what is really for you now. And I found a really good way to do this is do a start, stop, continue. Just reflecting on what you don't want to do, what you like doing still, and what you'd like to start doing to get this type of clarity. This is important because I really, really, really didn't like uncertainty at all. And I think throughout my career, I would just kind of be like, that makes sense. And then just kind of latch onto things because I didn't want to not know. And this time I really wanted to take this transition from I was a digital marketer before, and then I transitioned into DEI. I really wanted to really take a more intentional approach and take a step back and like, what if I sat back and asked myself what I really wanted and took some time to just think about it before taking any action and be with that uncomfortable uncertainty. Because it was just, I wanted to try something new. I think life's a big experiment anyway, and I found that being clear really, really helps to ensure that you're being honest with yourself about what you want and what you don't want. So I think that's a really important place to start whenever you're pivoting. Next, number 2 is self-learning. This is huge. I think it's important to take the time to learn about the industry, but not from a place of knowing everything, because I don't see myself as an expert. I'm a student of life, so it's more so just being on the journey of learning. And there's so many ways that we can do that, whether that's just online with taking classes, or also internal resources as well. Also even on LinkedIn, amazing stuff on LinkedIn. So I think it's just really important to expand, continue on the journey of learning and to expand your knowledge. And also even when reaching out to professionals, I think it's really key to make sure that you're reaching out to people that are aligned with your vision and aligned with what you want to do. And that only happens by doing the research, being prepared, and knowing what you want, having that clarity. So definitely the self-learning piece goes a long way. Number 2, I cannot count. Number 3, knowing the language. Job descriptions are the blueprint. Job descriptions are basically documents that are like, this is what we're looking for this role. And by analyzing the job descriptions, you can get a clear sense of, okay, these are the things that organizations are looking for. And also, especially if you're like me and you're pivoting, it's really important to think about the language that you're using, and job descriptions are a way to make sure that you're speaking the language of the industry that you want to go into. I can't stress on this enough. Job descriptions are a really good blueprint, so definitely use them to your advantage. Number 4, act as if this is really important. I think I kind of always was like, oh, I'll just wait till I get into my role, then I'll do something. But then I was like, why wait when we need all hands on deck? So get involved now with DEI, regardless of where you are, what you're doing. And I think it really can help to actually get you the skills that you could be using in your future roles. So in the article that I have, I'll be having on LinkedIn, I have a series of questions that you can think about as to how to get involved. But we need all hands on deck, and everyone can play a role in DI. So definitely start where you are and think about how you can get involved in the organization that you're in. Number 5, quantify and qualify your impact. I wrote a whole article about this, but the whole essence of it is using specific language to illustrate the value that you provided to an organization through your day-to-day actions. I think this is key. It really goes a long way to help illustrate your value as a professional. I did write an article about this, so you can go to it and learn more about this. I have a link in the article as well. And I think this last one for me is the hardest one, and it's living in the question. I think it's accepting that I don't know, and I think when pivoting into something completely new, that's the hardest part. Is just like actually absorbing the fact that I don't know. And I think once we're able to sit in the discomfort of not knowing how it's going to go long enough, the answer will come. But I do think that it really took a shift, because I was like so obsessed with like finding the answer, and I didn't have the energy to actually do anything to help me get there. So I really had to let go of like completely just be like, you know what, I don't know. I just had to let go of knowing, and that gave me the energy to focus on taking actions that are in alignment with the vision that I had for myself. And I do think that living in the question, especially when you're transitioning, is a hard ask, but it really makes all the difference in the world. And you know what, this process of pivoting, it's not linear by any means. It's like life. It's a bit, all over the place. And it takes time and attention and clarity. But you know what? The good news is I did it, so you can do it. It is not impossible. And it's you can definitely do this. And I wish you nothing but the best. And I hope that this perspective has provided you value. And I would encourage you to trust your process, trust yourself, and trust your journey, because you will find your way. Okay, I think this is it. All right. I'm wishing you good vibes, good things, happiness, well-being, health to you and your families. Bye. I did tell you this was going to be long, though. Bye.